Let's look at adding links to these cute little tabs that we have here on our online learning website. Um, there are a couple ways to add links, a couple different kinds. There are external links, there are document links, and there are links to pages that are in Google Sites. Let's look at adding a document link to one of these. Let's say I have a personal learning plan that I would like to add to this button right here. What I'm going to do is go back over to my documents area. It's right here. And here's a personal learning plan that I might want to add as a link. I'm going to open the document. And remember that everything in Google is a URL. Everything is a website. So I'm going to simply copy this URL, Command C. And let's go back to my page. Once I'm back on my web page, rather than going to the Edit pencil, I'm going to go to the More button. And I'm going to choose Edit Site Layout. You'll see that some buttons appeared across the top here. All I need to do is click on the tab that I would like to start editing, and you'll see that my window opens up with the list of all the tabs ordered right here. Now you can see that these are the same names as the buttons you saw on the web page. And if I want to put a personal learning plan in, there are a couple ways I could go. Let's say I wanted to have a drop down underneath this personal learning plan. What I would do is simply add a URL, and the text to display will be the name that I would like to see in the drop-down. So I'm simply going to put A Freshman. And then the URL is simply pasted here, Command V, because I had copied it before. I'll say OK. That page or that tab is going to appear at the bottom of my list. I can move it up by highlighting it using the up arrow until I get to where I want to be. Notice it goes off, so I have to scroll back up to find it, and there it is right underneath Personal Learning Plan. What I can do here is I can simply right justify, and now this will be a drop down underneath Personal Learning Plan. There's another way that I could add a document as a tab here. What I could do is simply put Add URL, type in the name of what I'd like the tab to say, so I'm going to say A.Freshman. Now, I wouldn't do this with a personal learning plan, but it's just an example of what you might want to do with a specific page. And we'll paste the URL in and simply say OK, and notice that it's right there on its own. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I thought it was at the bottom. But I can put it where I want to put it simply by going left justify, and we're going to leave it right there. You'll see where it shows up on the other side. So let's say OK, and let's go back, save that, and let's look at our website. So the one that I did as a drop down is right here. There's the A Freshman. If I clicked on this, his personal learning plan will open up, and his little glorious incompleteness. And if we go back to the website, you can see that this one, I'll refresh it. I went back one step too far. Okay, Google, refresh please. Oh, there it is right there, I'm sorry. And there's the A Freshman that I can click on and see the same thing, only it's its own little tab. All right, let's go back and let's talk about adding an external link. I might want to go to a web page and say click on this tab and you'll go to that web page. So what I'm going to simply do is go to more. Actually, let's do this. Let's go to the web page that I want to add by itself, and here's when I find it random. We'll just copy the URL, go back to online learning. Once again, we're going to more, manage the site, and site layout. You'll get used to doing this because you'll do it many times. You'll be patient with Google. There we go. And what I'm going to do is on the bottom here, I'm going to add my URL. And this is going to be the boat page. And the URL is pasted in. I say OK. Remember, you have to say OK, and you have to say save to save your Google page. Once it's there, I can go back to the online learning. And right there is the boat page. That's my external link that I've just created to make that happen.